Yo, what's going on guys? Mush back at it with another video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the top PC game releases of the week. Kind of a heavier week this week. We've only got 4 titles to talk about, but each of these games I have at least some interest in, and some much more than the others, so I think this is one of the better weeks in terms of new game releases, and let's get right into this with number 4. Number 4, we're going to start off with a game that's already been released, and that is StarCraft Remastered, which is a remastering of the original 1998 StarCraft game as well as its expansion Brood War. Mechanically, StarCraft Remastered is the same game, but it features ultra-high definition graphics, re-recorded audio, and Blizzard's modern online features. Now, the visuals themselves aren't anything to write home about. I've seen footage of the game, and I don't think it looks anything amazing. I never played StarCraft back in the day either, but it's one of the defining games in all of gaming. I mean, if you look at every game that's ever been released, StarCraft has to be one of the most iconic ones, and I did play quite a bit of StarCraft 2. You know, I'm not the biggest multiplayer guys with these games. I would get absolutely annihilated because I know how much time people put into getting good at these games, and that's just not my cup of tea. But StarCraft 2 single player mode, I enjoyed that a lot, and a little bit of the multiplayer I did dabble and had some fun with, but nothing that I'm gonna get too invested into. But I know a lot of people are excited for this, and it is out right now, so definitely check out StarCraft Remastered if you're interested in playing the original StarCraft again. Another game we definitely gotta talk about is Observer. This is an indie game that I am very much excited for. It's a cyberpunk horror game with a very cool setting. You play as a neural detective known as, would you guess, an observer, and you're part of a corporate-funded police unit whose purpose is to hack and invade suspect minds in this future. Anything you think, feel, or remember can be used against you in the court of law. The year is 2084, and those that are still living have turned to drugs, VR, neural implants, anything to distract themselves from this new reality. It's a very cool game that literally nobody is talking about, which I'm very surprised. I don't know if this game is gonna live up to the potential that I see in it, but this is definitely a game that I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on it. And yeah, it releases on August 17th, so not too far out, and I see absolutely nobody talking about Observer, but I could see this being one of the sleeper hits of the year in terms of quality games. Do not sleep on this one. And visually, looking at the footage and the pictures, it does look really good. Obviously, all those videos and pictures can be a little deceiving at times, so we'll wait until the full release to give a full judgment on that, but this is one that I think has a lot of potential. Could turn out to be a sleeper hit. Number 2, Nidhogg II, the sequel to the 2014 indie classic, is here. Releasing on August 15th. Right now, if you pick up the game, you will get a 15% pre-order discount. It retails for 15 bucks, but 15% off will knock it down to $12.74. Pretty good. And Nidhogg II is supposed to build upon the gameplay of its predecessor with new weapons to wield and levels to master, head-to-toe character customization, and the captivatingly grotesque art of Toby Dixon. That's straight off the Nidhogg II Steam page. And yeah, Nidhogg was another game that I didn't play too much about, but a bunch of my friends were addicted to Nidhogg, and I'm probably gonna check out Nidhogg II just by association. It's a very stylistic game. I love the pixel art style. I expect this game to have a great soundtrack. And yeah, this is another game where I think people that get into it are gonna spend north of 100 hours into it. I know it's very addicting. I know there's a lot of replay value. So again, personally, one that I'm not too excited for. I'm definitely gonna check it out, but I know a lot of you guys are probably excited for Nidhogg II. This is a game that can also run on pretty much any computer. So even if you don't have a buff gaming PC, even if you have like an old laptop, you can probably run Nidhogg II, no problem. Released on August 15th, and like I said, if you pre-order, you do get 15% off. That offer ends in just about 20 hours. And finally, number 1 is probably the game that I am most excited for, and that is Agents of Mayhem. This is the latest game from Volition. Volition are the guys that are most famous for their work on the Saints Row games, and Agents of Mayhem is actually set in the same universe, and if you look at the game stylistically, presentation-wise, you can definitely see a lot of resemblance to Saints Row. It's got that same zany, off-the-wall style, and I kind of like that. I like games that don't take themselves too seriously sometimes, and Agents of Mayhem is definitely that. Once again, a third-person open-world adventure, but it centers around a bunch of different agents. You'll control 3 at a time, taking them out on missions, and obviously each of them have their own specific skills and strengths. Now, this is a game that's releasing for $60, and I don't see a lot of people picking the game up at that price. I see a lot of people waiting it out. Probably by the winter sale, I could easily see this game being 50% off down to 30 bucks. And yeah, the Saints Row games, while they are very good to me, and Volition are very talented, I don't know, something about these games just don't scream $60 full retail price to me. I mean, I'm still gonna buy it for the sake of YouTube, and I am a fan of these games. Agents of Mayhem is obviously a new IP, but you guys get what I'm saying. I'm a fan of Volition as a studio, but I can see a lot of people looking at Agents of Mayhem and thinking this is a game I'm gonna wait out on. Hopefully, it does turn out to be pretty good nonetheless. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know what games you're excited for this week. I think we've got a pretty good week from StarCraft Remastered. Observer, I think, is a game that you guys should definitely check out, at the very least. Add it to your wish list, because I do think it could be a sleeper hit. Watch it turn out to be a total flop and I'll have egg on my face, but I don't know. I'm looking at the game and I see a lot of potential in it. Nidhogg II is obviously a game that I think a lot of you guys are going to be excited for. And Agents of Mayhem, while it is $60, I'm a big fan of the other games Volition has put out, and I do think it could turn out to be something really good. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.